Did you know, for example, 90% of people think that Christmas is too commercialised? And there's a special name for those people, tight-fisted twats. If you're watching, children, I don't want to spoil Christmas for you, but not only is Santa made up, so's Jesus. And your dog didn't go and live on a farm. Different religions celebrate Christmas in different ways and at different times. Some people in the Middle East, for example, celebrate their Christmas on September the 11th. So we've got a lot of Al-Qaeda in, have we? And it takes up to 15 years to grow a 6-foot Christmas tree, but just 30 seconds to lob it over the fence into your neighbour's garden on January 6th. Sean, Biggins, Jack D, what are your favourite things about Christmas Day?
Well, first, Jimmy, I'd just like to say a very Merry Christmas to you, Jimmy. I hope you have a wonderful seasonal period filled with joy and good tidings, and that Santa brings you everything you want.
Yeah. Hear, hear.
Yeah. So I guess how you'll be spending Christmas.
He gets visited by 3 ghosts.
Yeah. But Merry Christmas, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Bah humbug. So, what have you got planned? What do you like about Christmas Day?
Where do I start?
What about you, Jack?
It's a busy time of year for me, you know, because there's so much more joy to kill.
Let's ask Christopher Biggins.
I see something, you know, if I'm on a holiday or if I'm on somewhere and I think, oh, I'll keep that and I'll put it in this cupboard, and then it's there, you see. You don't have to go all that mad Christmas shopping at the last minute, you know.
Have you ever got anything you liked, Jack?
What, for Christmas?
Yeah, present-wise.
No. The thing is, you know, when you grow up, you stop being excited. I haven't been excited about anything since I was 3, and I realised it's
You've
not
been
the
like
same.
this since you were 3?
Yeah, more or less, yeah. It's stuck with me.
I sort of was about 7 or 8. I remember Christmas Eve, I was lying in bed. Me and my brothers in the same bedroom, and they were younger than me. And about 11:30, there's a weird time about 11:30 where the kids are pretending to be asleep, and the adults know that they're not asleep, but they let it go because it's Christmas Eve. And there was some sleigh bells just outside the house, and we were like, a little bit excited, sleigh bells. And then my dad leant out of a window, so about 11:30 at night, he leant out of a window and he went, "Oi! I don't care who you are, get the bloody hell off my roof!" And we were in our room going, "Oh my God, it's Santa and Dad's just him."
Do you like Christmas shopping?
No, I don't. I do it all on the internet.
You do it all on the internet?
All on the internet. It's much, much easier. You can sit there in your nice pyjamas, you know, with Santa on them, or snowmen, or whatever.
I'm painting a picture.
I just like that. I never used to trust it, but I do trust it now, because I never used to think that it would actually arrive.
But you do all the shopping on the internet, and then it turns up in about 150 different boxes, all those stupid polystyrene filling stuff, and you've got to take all that. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
all that rubbish. You buy one little thing, and it comes in a box that size, and you know you thought it was all going to come in one box. It's all done, but no. For the next 20 days, you've got a postman knocking at the door at inconvenient times. Got another bloody parcel to sign for, and another load of boxes to get rid of. And another load of those stupid polystyrene things that children choke on because they think it's popcorn.
The thing that gets me is wrapping. I can't get my head around it.
It's the best thing about buying a gift, I think, when you're in like a department store and they go, "Do you want it wrapped?" And you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, don't worry about that." I did it last year, though, and I got a bunch of stuff wrapped, went to a big department store, got a bunch of stuff, got everything wrapped, and then didn't know what anything was.
Oh, yeah.
I had to unwrap all the presents. I had my own little Christmas morning and went, "Oh, look what I got."
I do the thing that all blokes do at some point when wrapping presents, where you go, "I might do this one like a cracker." You think you're the only person who's ever done it. You've gone, "Oh my God, I've just had an eureka moment."
And like they get bigger and bigger, it's a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Cracker.
What I do in most scenarios when I get given a present, the first thing I always say, it's a little tip of advice for you, very good. So whatever it is, just open it, just look at it and you just go, "This isn't my main present, is it?" This is just some little bauble to go along with the main present, isn't it?
I think these days, for some reason, it's ghosts Well, I don't know if people are scared of it. They like thinking about it and making crap television about it. But are people still scared of dead spectres and stuff?
I'm just scared of Derek Acora.
Can you imagine that, like, dead for, like, hundreds of years, and then the first point of contact with, you know, alive people...
There's a camera.
And then it's him going, all right, Daddy, it in there. Daddy loves dick. And all that, you know.
Do you know, talking about Most Haunted, Derek Acora...
Yeah.
I think that show's been going on for 5, 6, 7 years.
Longer,
I don't
yeah.
think they've ever seen a ghost.
No.
No, they're changing the name to Least Haunted.
That show should be called Location, Location, Location. Because they can never find one, can they?
I do enjoy those shows because I believe in ghosts. I believe in ghosts. Most people believe in ghosts. How many of you believe in ghosts? Come on!
If you believe in ghosts, go... there's no... I mean, I tell you what proves there's no ghosts.
Yes.
Scooby-Doo. 5,000 episodes. Every single episode started with rumour of supernatural activity. Every week, no ghosts. There was a man, a janitor, or a fellow who used to work in a disused mine shaft.
There's no way you can debunk Albert Einstein, who proved with the famous equation E equals mc squared that everything is made from energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. Energy lives forever. Therefore, one must ask, what happens to your energy when you die?
What energy, though?
It goes
energy,
into
you go
the
into the
soil.
ground.
This is energy. This table is energy. This is not solid.
That's because it's plugged in, it's got lights on.
But then a car is energy, and when a car gets squished up and
but you're
breaks
missing the
down,
point,
is
though.
the spirit of the car still
you're missing
alive?
the point.
Absolutely.
That's the whole thing about Einstein saying how the universe was created, how it couldn't have been created
So
from
energy
nothing.
goes at every... So you've got the amount of energy...
can't disappear.
No.
This is like a stoned conversation in a student's hall of residence, isn't it? So, like, what? Like, the table's alive. And, like, when you die, you're still not dead, man. You're just, like, out there, but nobody can see you. Why isn't this on the news, man? This shit's fucking serious.
I did a séance when I was a student. One night, you know, you think, oh, this will be a good idea. Get the Ouija board out. And we got the glass. And it goes, right, oh, we've contacted a spirit, and it all starts shaking. And then he went, right, what is your name? And it went, L-H-G-L-L-H. And I said, oh, this is not working. And my mate genuinely went, what if it's Welsh?
I went on a Ouija board once. First time I ever went on a Ouija board. I've never done it since, but I spun it around and it spelled out the phrase, you have no new messages.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there.
Yes.
It's actually easy to tell if your house is haunted. It isn't. OK, and what do you think people are scared of?
Probably terrorism.
You think terrorism? OK.
Yeah, I think that's number one.
Yeah? Terrorism. They don't exist. It's a figment of people's imagination.
What does he believe in? No ghosts, no terrorism. What do you believe in?
Whiskey. Whiskey in the high seas. And treasure.
Jason, Tim, Jack, what else do you think people worry about? What are they scared of?
Getting old. I reckon it's that, innit?
Tell me
Getting
more,
old.
yeah.
I pulled out a grey pubic hair about 2 years ago.
I know, it hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, grey one, and I thought, how are my balls getting older than my head?
They have been wrinkly since you were 12.
How do you know? I went to a 60th wedding anniversary. It was my wife's grandparents, and I did say to the granddad, I said, what's the secret? Thinking he'll have a really romantic answer. So what's the secret of being married for 60 years? He went, the hard part is staying alive. Fair enough,
Yeah, that thing.
but I looked into it, and so it's diamond, that's when it stops being good, so it's diamond. And then 80, does anyone know what 80 years married is?
Like copper.
No, it's worse. Oak. Oak. And 90 is granite. Basically, they're trying to get old people to buy themselves coffins and headstones. That's what they're trying to do.
Holly, are you scared of growing old?
A little bit, yeah. Although you do get more seats on buses and stuff like that. There are massive advantages to it.
Yeah.
I was on a bus and this really old woman got on. She was really decrepit. And she went up to this guy who was sitting down and said, "How old are you?" And this guy was like 37. She said, "I'm 84. Get up." I was like, she just invented human top trumps.
No, people are very respectful of old people, like getting up on the bus and like nobody swears in front of old people, do they? And I love that idea that old people don't swear as well. Like if you think about your nana living through the Second World War, at some point in the Blitz, she was stood at her window going,
I'm scared of is not ageing myself, but an ageing population. The population is getting older and older and older. We have more advances in medical science, so people will live longer, be a greater drain on all our resources. And I think we should introduce euthanasia, but in a subtle form. So, for example, if you make the font on road signs very small, so the old have more crashes. Things like that, so we could just slowly get rid of them without actually rounding them up in stadiums and shooting them.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there.
Yes. Back in the game. Back in the game.
Yes, growing old is the scariest thing. I'm looking forward to getting old because I've always wanted to be systematically maltreated in a large detached house on the outskirts of Hastings. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else are people scared of? Go ahead.
Is it insects?
Like creepy crawly type things?
Yeah. I actually find spiders quite horny. I don't analyse it, I just go,
Look at the legs on that, there's loads of them.
Yeah.
Since you brought up legs, I did the first celebrity... Celebrity get me out of here. And I was the first one to eat some bugs. And I couldn't chew it, it was so tough, so I swallowed it. And when I was walking on the bridge back to the camp, it started crawling up my esophagus. It was living inside me, and it came up to my mouth, and I had to spit it out.
That was probably its ghost.
This is a true story.
Don't they say, like, in your life you eat something like 40 spiders in your sleep or something?
They say that, but,
Yeah, but
really...
who's they?
Yeah, who's they? Mainly Uri.
Spiders? Women don't like spiders, do they? Particularly women don't like spiders. And you know why that is? It's because they've got more crevices. Women have got more crevices than men for the spiders to crawl into.
I like that. Here's a diagram.
I've only got one crevice, and if a spider wants to go up there, I take my hat off to him.
But these flus, whenever the government says, "Oh, this is what's happening, and you're going to die from this," it's actually not what you're going to die from. It's the stuff they don't tell you about, which is going to kill you.
Yeah, pies and vodka.
Yeah, exactly.
Holly, are you worried about global pandemics?
I am a bit, but I kind of feel like we're a bit worried about germs in general. When I was a kid, if you dropped something on the floor, you just pick it up and blow on it, and then you'd eat it. That was fine. That
3-second rule.
Yeah,
3-second rule, but 3-second rule, like who? Everybody knows the 3-second rule, but who came up with that? Like, did we have some sort of agreement with germs?
Actual doctor came up with that 3-second rule.
Jimmy, this is in my pocket.
This is in your pocket?
24 hours a day.
Are you going to bend it? What are you
No,
gonna do?
I sleep. I sleep with it.
You sleep with
every
hands,
time I
Joe?
shake. Every time I shake hands, I go
That's disgusting.
like that. Every time I go to the loo, I go like that.
I go out my cock.
Apparently, you're supposed to wash your hands and the length of the time it takes you to say happy birthday to yourself. No. Okay. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Sean. And then, happy birthday to me.
It always takes me ages because I'm always crying.
Yeah.
It takes me ages as well because I do the Stevie Wonder one. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
So, what have you got planned? What do you like about Christmas Day?
Where do I start? What about you, Jack?
It's a busy time of year for me, you know, because there's so much more joy to kill.
Let's ask Christopher Biggins.
I love Christmas.
That's the only time you work, isn't it? Chris, Mr. Christmas, really, you are, aren't you?
am,
What's
I
your
love it.
favourite bit of Christmas Day?
I love it all, but because I do, you're right, I do pantomime at the end of the year, and I'm at the Wolverhampton Grand Theatre doing Aladdin, seats at all prices, and it's a great time. But because I'm so busy, I do all my Christmas shopping all through the year. I have a Christmas cupboard. I know this is going to upset you. And in this cupboard,
As long as I'm not in it.
No, you came out years ago, didn't you?
Yes, I'm pretty much the least camp man on television.
I
You mean presents? You love
Presents. I love presents, and I see something, you know, if I'm on a holiday or if I'm on somewhere, and I think, oh, I'll keep that, and I'll put it in this cupboard, and then it's there. You see, you don't have to go all that mad Christmas shopping at the last minute. You know.
Have you ever got anything you liked, Jack?
What, for Christmas?
Yeah, present-wise.
No. The thing is, you know, when you grow up, you stop being excited. I haven't been excited about anything since I was 3, and I realised it's
You've
not
been
the
like
same.
this since you were 3.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, it's stuck with me.
I sort of was about 7 or 8. I remember Christmas Eve, I was lying in bed. Me and my brothers in the same bedroom, and they were younger than me. And about 11:30, there's a weird time about 11:30 where the kids are pretending to be asleep, and the adults know that they're not asleep, but they let it go because it's Christmas Eve. And there was some sleigh bells just outside the house, and we were like a little bit excited, sleigh bells. And then my dad leant out of a window, so about 11:30 at night, he leant out of a window and he went, "Oi! I don't care who you are, get the bloody hell off my roof!" And we were in our room going, "Oh my God, it's Santa," and Dad's just bollocked him.
Did you used to write to Santa, Jason? Did you?
Every year.
Yeah. It never worked for me. I ended up writing to God in the end.
Go above his head?
No, I did. I went to the church and I took the baby out of the crib, left a little note. "Dear God, if you ever want to see your son again..." Chop a rally next day. It worked.
Do you like Christmas shopping?
No, I don't. I do it all on the internet.
You do it all on the internet?
All on the internet. It's much, much easier. You can sit there in your nice pyjamas, you know, with Santa on them, or snowmen, or whatever.
I'm painting a picture.
I just like that. I never used to trust it, but I do trust it now, because I never used to think that it would actually arrive.
But you do all the shopping on the internet, and then it turns up in about 150 different boxes with all those stupid polystyrene filling stuff, and you've got to take all that. I mean, isn't that right?
Yeah,
all that rubbish. You buy one little thing, and it comes in a box that size, and you know you thought it was all going to come in one box. It's all done, but no. For the next 20 days, you've got a postman knocking at the door at inconvenient times. You've got another bloody parcel to sign for, and another load of boxes to get rid of. And another load of those stupid polystyrene things that children choke on because they think it's popcorn.
But you can use them as pretend snow.
You could.
At Christmas time.
Yes,
Can't you?
maybe if you weren't clinically depressed, you could.
The thing that gets me is wrapping. I can't get my head around it.
It's the best thing about buying a gift, I think, when you're in like a department store and they go, "Do you want it wrapped?" And you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, don't worry about that." I did it last year, though, and I got a bunch of stuff wrapped, went to a big department store, got a bunch of stuff, got everything wrapped, and then didn't know what anything was. I had to unwrap all the presents. I had my own little Christmas morning and went, "Oh, look what I got."
I do the thing that all blokes do at some point when wrapping presents, where you go, "I might do this one like a cracker." I think you're the only person who's ever done it. You've gone, "Oh my God, I've just had an eureka moment."
Like they get bigger and bigger. It's a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Cracker.
What I do in most scenarios when I get given a present, the first thing I always say, it's a little tip of advice for you, very good. So open whatever it is, just open it, just look at it and you just go, "This isn't my main present, is it?" This is just some little bauble to go along with the main present, isn't it?
Are you sure you're not gay? Because you said bauble.
Yeah.
It's very gay, bauble.
Really? You're desperate to recruit new members, aren't you? You go, "He said bauble, you're gay."
Of course they're recruiting. They can't make their own, can they? OK. Fingers on
You went
buzzers.
too early, you went too early! You was too gay, you went too early. Last question.
Fingers on buzzers.
Is it...
No, yes, last question!
Is it...
You just said fingers on buzzers.
Yeah, and it was on buzzers. I've done it. I've played this game before.
Let's find out who's
question.
really the fastest.
It's the same question. OK, so you go on buzzers when I say buzzers. Not just then. Fingers on buzzers.
Oh, yeah! Last question!
We've invented a new board game. Everyone wants to play this.
Fingers on buzzers, right? What else
the people thinking the
Okay,
Christmas Day.
okay, I'll ask the full question.
You can't have your finger on the buzzer.
Okay,
Right,
let's settle this once and for all.
Hands on laps, okay? Yeah?
Hands up there, yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Good.
Fingers on buzzers. Let's see what else people like about Christmas Day. Okay, so just take a couple of deep breaths in the car. We're all upset. I just wanted everyone to be together and to have a nice day, and you're ruining it for everyone.
Stop winding me up, table!
Okay, come on, what else?
I said it! It's drinking too much. It's drinking too much, isn't it? People drink too much on Christmas Day. That's what they say.
How do you judge? How do you know when you've drunk too much?
Do you know, when it says on a can of beer, remember to drink responsibly, that's just like a blur. Yeah. It's like Sanskrit.
Okay, worst thing to do at the office Christmas party?
Just catch up on a bit of admin.
Go on.
I've never worked in an office, but in pantomime...
Which is my office, darling.
We have parties, and the worst thing to do at that office party for a pantomime would be to off.
Mind you, you wouldn't have to look them in the face in the morning, would you?
That's true.
Have you ever?
No.
Have you?
No.
Because one of them's grumpy, and there's got to be a reason.
I have had Jeanette cranky. Does that?
Have you genuinely had Jeanette cranky?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You've had sex with Jeanette Cranky?
I have, yeah.
And she's happy with you telling people?
Yeah, very happy. We're you know, very close.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, at one stage you were inside her.
You really had sex with Jeanette Cranky?
Yeah.
What sort of sex?
Why would he make that up?
I think quite weird, Sean. Quite weird.
What did you do first? Did you take the blazer off?
Oh, no.
First, yeah.
No, baby, leave your cap on. Yeah.
Did you make her say Fan Dabby Dozy?
All the time. In fact, every time she... Yeah.
Biggins, I already thought you were brilliant. You've gone up in my estimation.
What was the husband doing? Was he filming
Taking photographs.
Okay, worst thing to do at the office party?
It's probably tell people you've had sex with Jeanette Cranky.
Is it either snogging the boss or telling the boss exactly what you think of him when you're really, 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 really pissed?
Well, I'll give you that. The worst thing to do at the office Christmas party is to insult the boss.
Well done, Lorraine.
I actually slept with the boss at the Christmas party, which was doubly bad because it's a family firm. Yeah. Me and my dad couldn't look each other in the eye for weeks. What do you think are the best scientific breakthroughs?
I don't know, what do you reckon? You're clever. What do you reckon?
Oh, the glass is full.
That's it, the geek chic. What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm probably thinking down the TV line.
Appearing on TV, yeah, you've made the right decision. I think it's a good way to go. Why not?
Television.
I'm thinking TV. I mean,
I like the way you readjusted your glasses there, like brains.
I'm going up against the audience. I've got to.
Look, I've got glasses. Look at mine.
Gone.
They've got a bit of plaster on the end. They're
Yeah,
from
yours are a
Primark.
lot older, though, aren't they? Though?
Yeah, they are.
You behave. Yeah.
Do you think the TV's an amazing technological breakthrough?
Television is unquestionably amazing. Like, everything I know I learnt from television. Do you know, for example, that during the Second World War, despite there having been a television service, there was no television service that was shut down during the Second World War? That's an interesting fact.
true.
I learnt that from television.
Do you know
it's a shame, though.
Do you know?
Because they would have made some great programmes, I think, during the Second World War.
would have.
Like, EastEnders would definitely have been more interesting. Earrings everywhere.
EastEnders, the Blitz years.
How clean is your bunker?
My wife does this thing where when she tidies up, she'll put the place where the remotes go is near the telly. That's what she does. She does.
My girlfriend puts the remote on top of the telly because she's an idiot.
Yes. Doesn't go there. That's the last place it needs to be.
I don't mind that. I have mine on a bit of elastic.
What?
attached to the television, so I take it,
Yeah.
and I've changed the programme over, and I let go and go, boom, smack, back on the telly.
Doesn't it break the screen?
Yeah. I don't really think stuff through, Carol.
Let's have a look and see if TV is one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs. Yes, the television was invented in 1925 by John Logie Baird. In 1982, Channel 4 started broadcasting with an episode of Countdown, featuring a fresh-faced Carol Vorderman, then just 43 years old.
Excuse me.
Got your glasses again.
Less accurate without the specs.
Got mine. What do you think?
Internet.
Internet.
Internet, interweb.
When was the internet invented? When?
The internet was
internet's
1990. Was the internet? Tim Berners-Lee.
Tim
Berners-Lee, and he gave it away for free. He gave away basically the architecture of it, whatever he called it. Because if Alan Sugar had invented it, he wouldn't have given it away. Mind you, it wouldn't work either, would it? And I think it has ruined conversations. It's ruined a lot of conversations because, say, for example, you're in a pub and you're talking to somebody and someone said tomato. They said tomatoes. No, it's not a vegetable. It's a fruit. You would discuss that for 25 minutes.
Sure.
Well, the internet, someone just goes, "Oh, Google that," and it's over. It's a conversation. Just sit there staring at each other, going, "Oh, right."
There's so much porn as a result of the internet. So many different types that now they've all got like different code titles, like A2M. And BDSM and things like that.
Don't ask, Carol, don't ask.
You genuinely don't want to know much more fun if I show you later.
No, it's just it had a vowel, a consonant, and a number. It sounds like
Honestly, you don't want to solve that conundrum. I take it from me.
We are the only country that consumes British-made pornography. Is Britain. Every other country consumes highly processed American pornography full of beautiful people having beautiful sex. And we are the only ones that, like, you know, sort of real scenes, no script, people emerging in groups from behind a Lidl. That type of thing. Maybe it's just too noisy to watch American porn in our tiny British houses. Like, how can the difference between mute and one bar be so much for one?
I don't listen to it. I can't. I think there's too much swearing on porn films. I can't listen to it. I turn the sound down. I think you're both having a lovely time, and all you can do is swear. It's just... it's terrible.
I tell you what I like is that Microsoft advert. Have you seen that one that highlights private browsing? And he goes, imagine you're like buying a present for your wife, and you go, yeah, that's what we want private browsing for, yeah. Yeah, so we don't spoil a surprise, yeah. What a load of shit. I've deleted history so many times, I don't even know who the Romans are now. Actually seeped into my own brain.
OK, space travel.
I think you've got to respect Neil Armstrong as well. First man to walk on the moon. The lads are behind him, right? And he's managed to keep his head sane and give it the full speech, you know, one small step and all that.
No.
I'd have to give it like the one small step for man, one giant... What the f*** that? Buzz! CD7's gone for the end! Nah, I'm only joking, just fucking about. Just fucking about.
The thing is, he didn't get it right, did he?
No, he didn't.
He didn't get it right. It's meant to be, it's one small step for a man.
A man, not
Oh, whoa!
You just got Vorderman. Sorry, Carol Vorday, man.
You know what I think they missed a real opportunity with that dog, Laika, his first dog in space. Surely, if any dog deserves the name Rover, it's that one.
I thought it was cruel on dogs because you send them out there, and even when you looked at the footage of that dog going into space, you could tell he wanted to stick his head out the window. You could just tell.
They didn't build the rockets, though. A lot of people think that dogs got there first, like they beat us in the space race. We put a dog in a rocket. They didn't. The dogs didn't get together and go moving, like screwing things in with their paws like that, and zzz, like that, welding. Zzz.
It would. I do love the idea of aliens discovering a dog and going, "How did you do this?" Really? Because you just seem to be everywhere. This is amazing.
Everyone talks about it's an amazing thing, but actually the only thing they got out of the trip to the moon was Velcro. They got Velcro, because it grows on the moon. They've nearly run out, actually. They're going to go back. That's why they walk. They're not weightless. That's actually how hard it is to walk on the moon. It's like this. It's like...
I like most about this bit is you... Oh, no, you stopped. I thought you'd really committed to that because you were walking back like that as well.
Yeah, no, run out of Velcro.
Well, I think so far, because we've had internet.
We had the internet, yes.
Yeah, and television, and
Yeah.
what do they both need?
So a big scientific breakthrough.
Well done.
That's like a lesson where you did that.
Electricity.
Internet and television, what do you need? Electricity. Yes.
Yeah, electricity.
Any thoughts about electricity?
Would you go gas or electricity on your hob?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it would be electric, wouldn't it? Gas would be dangerous.
I'll tell you what I like. My favourite bit of electricity is the... No, I like the energy-saving light bulb. I'm a big fan of the energy. You know when sometimes you want the room to be light, but in about 40 minutes? You don't need it light right away. What I do now is I just leave them on all the time. Sussed it.
The amazing thing about electricity was Michael Faraday, when he finally got a current to pass between 2 points, you know, within seconds there was a knock at the door. There was a man from Empower. See what I did there? And then I'll do another one in a sec. Before electricity, Curry's was a very dull place to work. I said all these things that didn't work. Toaster, what do you do with that? Well, you put some bread in it, just leave it there.
I'm trying to drive more electric, so I drive one of these hybrid Toyota cars, and I crashed my hybrid car. And you know how quite a lot of policemen seem to be instinctively right-wing and automatically hate anything to do with liberal energy-saving motors, right? They're always a bit more angry if they pull you over and you're driving a Prius. And I was still in the wreckage. I'd crashed at 70 miles an hour, still like that. And the policeman came down and put his head into my Toyota Prius and went, "It's zero emissions now, isn't it, young man?" True story.
Did you used to write to Santa, Jason? Did you?
Every year.
Yeah. It never worked for me. I ended up writing to God in the end.
Above his head?
No, I did. I went to the church and I took the baby out of the crib, left a little note. "Dear God, if you ever want to see your son again..." Chop a rally next day. It worked.
Do you like Christmas shopping?
No, I don't. I do it all on the internet.
You do it all on the internet?
All on the internet. It's much, much easier. You can sit there in your nice pyjamas, you know, with Santa on them, or snowmen, or whatever.
I'm painting a picture.
I just like that. I never used to trust it, but I do trust it now, because I never used to think that it would actually arrive.
But you do all the shopping on the internet, and then it turns up in about 150 different boxes with all those stupid polystyrene filling stuff, and you've got to take all that. I mean, isn't that right?
Yeah,
all that rubbish. You buy one little thing, and it comes in a box that size, and you know you thought it was all going to come in one box. It's all done, but no. For the next 20 days, you've got a postman knocking at the door at inconvenient times. You've got another bloody parcel to sign for, and another load of boxes to get rid of. And another load of those stupid polystyrene things that children choke on because they think it's popcorn.
But you can use them as pretend snow.
You could.
At Christmas time.
Yes, maybe if you weren't clinically depressed, you could.
The thing that gets me is wrapping. I can't get my head around it.
That's the best. It's the best thing about buying a gift, I think, when you're in like a department store and they go, "Do you want it wrapped?" And you go,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, don't worry about that." I did it last year though, and I got a bunch of stuff wrapped. Went to a big department store, got a bunch of stuff, got everything wrapped, and then didn't know what anything was.
Yeah.
I had to unwrap all the presents. I had my own little Christmas morning. I went, "Oh, look what I got."
I do the thing that all blokes do at some point when wrapping presents, where you go, "I might do this one like a cracker." I think you're the only person who's ever done it. You've gone, "Oh my God, I've just had an eureka moment."
Like they get bigger and bigger. It's a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Cracker.
What I do in most scenarios when I get given a present, the first thing I always say, it's a little tip of advice for you, very good. So open whatever it is, just open it, just look at it and you just go, "This isn't my main present, is it?" This is just some little bauble to go along with the main present, isn't it?
Are you sure you're not gay? Because you said bauble.
Yeah.
That's very gay, bauble.
Really? You're desperate to recruit new members, aren't you? You go, "He said bauble, you're gay."
Of course they're recruiting. They can't make their own, can they?
I think the food, that's the best bit.
The food.
Yeah, because...
Jason, don't just clap the idea of food.
Oh, yeah. Food, isn't it?
Once, I spent Christmas with my friend about 2 years ago, which was the greatest get-off ever, because none of my family were there, right, which was excellent. Right, what we had for dinner was a goose with a duck inside a goose, and inside the duck was a chicken.
How
and
did they
inside
die?
The chicken...
What were they doing?
It was a pile-up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a proper assault.
They're all waddling through the village, and then one hit something, and they went... and the other one...
It's actually helpful to have eaten it. It's the most humane thing you could have done. But it really felt like I was just saying to nature, like, F*** you. Yeah. This is what I can do.
I've taken what you've offered and I've improved on it.
I'll tell you what's weird is when you do the chicken inside the turkey, inside the goose, but inside the chicken you put an octopus.
I don't think the Christmas dinner's all that. To be honest. No, I think it's a jumped-up Sunday lunch. I just think it's a bit full of itself. You know what I mean? One person.
There.
I mean, turkey.
That's fighting talk.
No, let's go through it. Right, the turkey is chicken in it. Basically, it's not as good. It's nowhere near as good as chicken.
Yeah, but it comes with jam.
It's so dry. I mean, my mum cooks a turkey for so long. You've got to drink some Vaseline so you can get it down your neck. No offence, Mum. Sprouts. I mean, who first saw them and thought, they remind me of Christmas? They're little pockets of evil, aren't they, them? They're like the whole taste of a cabbage in one mouthful. Yeah. My dad calls them the devil's hemorrhoids, and that's how I stand by that. Tell you what I do hate, though, parsnips.
Oh, I love
parsnips.
Oh, sat there pretending to be potatoes. That's what they're doing. Little pricks, that's what they are.
I love them.
They're not better than potatoes. They can't hold a candle to the potato.
You know what, I do get annoyed, though, when you see it and you go, oh, the potato, it's just the shock.
It's better than a potato.
Who put honey on that? Oh, hang on, it's a parsnip, it's all right.
I've done worse. I went to a posh party once. They were having a buffet.
No, you didn't.
I did once. I did. What? I was working there. I know. I went in and they had a buffet, and I spotted Scotch eggs in the corner. I thought, oh, amazing Scotch eggs. But into it, falafel. Just punched in the face.
But on the serious note, you know, it is a very nice thing to do if you can. Is to take a stranger into your house and give them lunch. Obviously, it's risky that you could have just end up with some alcoholic dribbling at the table. But they turned out to be a lovely family, and I had a very nice day. So.
I'll give you a little bit of advice if you are cooking at Christmas. There's a book called Delia's Christmas, which is very good for nearly all parts of the Christmas dinner. It's excellent. But if you follow a recipe for Christmas pudding and you stir it the wrong way, I summoned up the devil. I'm just warning you, be careful.
Let's have a look and see whether Christmas dinner is one of the things you like most about Christmas Day. Yes, second on the list is Christmas dinner. Last year, I had a massive Yule log. Shouldn't have eaten so many sausage rolls. OK, Sean's team, what else do you like about Christmas Day?
Obviously, going to church.
Yeah.
Church?
Of course.
Go to church on Christmas morning.
Do you go to church on Christmas morning?
Well, I have to. I'm vicar.
As if the modern church doesn't have enough problems.
I feel really sorry for churches at Christmas because they get, like, it's like gyms in January, they get this big influx of people. And you can just imagine, like, on Boxing Day, the vicar with his wife being like, you know, I really think it's picking up this year. I really think next week it's going to be... And then next week, no, OK, just you again. OK.
I like going to church around Christmas and having a sing-song. Yeah, because you get a proper sing-song.
These days, do you not have to have a ticket to get in?
I don't know if you're aware of Great Britain, but religion not a big thing these days.
No, honestly, no, but in Christmas Eve, everybody piles in Christmas Eve.
In our church, there's bouncers for the midnight.
I got thrown out 2 years ago. Midnight mass, and said, have you got anything to confess? And I said, yeah, I thought this was a toilet. Has anyone here had a neighbour who puts all those inflatable reindeers and lights all over their house? And you know, I used to live next door to someone who did that, and they like 150,000 bulbs. Always it's the beginning of December, and he always come out. Ah, it's for kids. The kids, no, it's not. It's for you, you idiot. You like doing it.
I don't have those. You know those flashing lights? I don't have those because I don't think they're annoying enough. What I have is I have a light, really bright one. It flashes about every 15 minutes like a lighthouse. And it just basically whites out the whole street. So people are just settling down like that and just... Woof! And it's Santa doing this.
Do you ever get carol singers?
Yeah.
So you get carol singers and they're not very good. Because they're not that good these days, are they? They come to the doors, a couple of them, hoping to get a few quid out of you. And I like to treat it as a staring competition. and they go, oh, come, oh, Eve, and you just, yeah. And they sort of stagger to the end of the first, that's all the only bit they know. And they carry on. Just do that until one of them cries.
My favourite carol is the traditional, very old traditional one. Here it is, Merry Christmas. I think they sang that at the manger. Everybody's having fun. I think Jesus in the crib went up. Look to the future.
Christmas TV is I love it.
The only thing I don't like is when they have like something that I really like and it's only half an hour and it's fantastic and perfect and then they stretch it out really, really long to make a Christmas special and it's not really that special. Obviously, apart from this, that goes without saying.
You're not doing Christmas Day, yeah?
We might show one we made earlier.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Cheat it.
Essentially.
Not like the Queen. She can't pre-record it, can she, the Queen?
But she does record it.
Does she?
She records
She
it.
must do it live.
No, she records it and then they'll sit and watch her. She likes to watch herself.
Give over.
Yes.
She pre-records. The Queen cheats. Oh, I'm happy to have a royal speech on Christmas Day, but they should let it be Prince Philip. Let's be honest.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be brilliant. I'd love it.
Funny.
I met him. I did Royal Variety last Christmas, and obviously you get to meet him and that. And we shake hands with the Queen, and they go past. And I thought, where shall I stand? And in the end, I thought I'll stand here next to these lads who Diversity, who'd won the. And I thought, surely standing next to Diversity as Prince Philip's coming along is the best place to stand. And you know the tall lad who the sort of leader of Diversity, he was going to meet him, and he come along. And I met the Queen, she's moved on, and Prince Philip says to the tall lad, it was very good dancing. He said, are you all one family? That's what he said to Diversity. Are you all one family? And then it got worse, and they went, and the guy's laughing, because it was funny, like, and he goes, no, not really, like, we're friends, a couple of us are brothers, but it's over. And then he goes, oh, right, I see, well, have you all come over for this one show?
Oh, no, you didn't! Mr. Biggins, do you watch any Christmas TV?
Well, Morecambe and Wise, of course. I was brought up on that. The Christmas specials, they were absolutely fantastic.
They still rate tremendously today. People still watch them.
They do. And they were. I mean, it was a special treat, you know. It was, everybody agreed that's what they wanted to watch, as opposed to all the other arguments about which channel we were going to have. Well, there's only 3 channels in those days, but...
3 channels?
Yep.
3 channels.
And you had to get up off your bottom and switch the television channel and sit back down again.
When was this?
Yes.
This was a long time ago.
When did they have 3 channels? They had 3 channels up till about 80.
Yeah, but Jason,
Six or
laugh
something?
away, right?
Yeah.
But we had 3 channels, but we've been to the moon. Your generation has done nothing.
That's very true.
In 1969, we went to the moon, still only had 3 channels.
You never went.
I'm part of the human race. We're all brothers.
So
That's
am
how I
I.
approach life. I've always approached life like that. Your
Like I
generation,
say I went
with
to the
all
moon.
your channels, where have you been?
You know what? You can
been with all your channels. We went to the moon and had 3 channels. Do you know why? Because we weren't watching that much telly. We were making rockets.
You know what? I'll stop you there, Sean. I'll tell you what. You could take your moon. You could give me a choice now. We can go to the moon, or you can have Sky Plus. I'm Sky Plus every time. I think it is better than the moon. Better than the moon.
Well, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You can have your Sky Plus. Yeah. I'm going to the moon. I was thinking about Christmas Day television and everybody on Christmas Day, you know, being at home watching television. It's a brilliant time to invade, isn't it? So if you wanted to invade Britain, Christmas Day would be the ideal day. And it would take about 3 days before you even realised. You'd come out of your house and all the signs would be in Arabic. You go, and you'd be switching on your television, you go, I thought Dave was a bit weird. Grumpy old mullahs. The Kalashnikov 2860 is much better than these new rifles we are getting now. Middle East enders. You're coming to the Vic. Drinking is a disgusting Western habit. We're not going to the Vic.
I sometimes, on Christmas Day, you know, you're spending time with your family and, you know, you think about those people who are alone on Christmas Day and you think, lucky don't you? You think, I bet they get to watch the Goonies.
All the way through, no interruptions.
It's kind of a euphemism, though, isn't it? Spending time with your family. It's kind of it's loaded with implication. Usually, people say they're going to spend more time with their family when they're stepping down from public life. Because I was caught wanking a tramp off at a bus stop, and so I'm going to spend more time with my family now, whether they want me to or not.
They're not thrilled at the prospect.
People stay too long Christmas Day as well. I don't mind doing a bit of lunch for people, but then they hang around as if there's going to be more in it for them. They're never happy, are they? And then you get to, oh, it's 5, I suppose better off from a cup of tea. Do you want a cup of tea? Oh, I love a cup of tea. I suppose you want milk and sugar as well, don't you?
All the games are not really designed like that. You know, you've got the old board games, but charades, you know, they play charades back in the day and that. And these days, you can't really... I mean, you try and watch your nan playing Wii boxing, you know what I mean? It's like sweating her arse off.
I think Nintendo ought to come out with a Wii knitting program so that old people can just pretend they're knitting and not actually make anything. And they can just email you the bloody jumper and you can say thanks so much and delete it and not have to wear it down the pub.
OK.
You went too early, you went too early! It was too okay, you went too early. You had an last question.
Fingers on buzzers.
Is it...
No, he has an last question!
Is it...
You just said fingers on buzzers.
Yeah, and it was on buzzers. I've played this game before.
Let's find out who's really the fastest.
It's the same question. OK, so you go on buzzers when I say buzzers. Not just then. Fingers on buzzers.
Oh, yeah! No! Last question!
We've invented a new board game. Everyone wants to play this.
Fingers on buzzers, right? What else do people think of the Christmas Day?
OK, I'll ask the full question.
You can't have your finger on the buzzer.
OK, let's settle this once and for all.
Hands on laps,
OK.
Yeah?
Hands up there, yeah.
OK.
Good.
Fingers on buzzers. Let's see what else people like about Christmas Day. Okay, so just take a couple of deep breaths in the car. We're all upset. I just wanted everyone to be together and to have a nice day. And you're ruining it for everyone.
Stop winding me up, table!
OK, come on, what else?
I said it! It's drinking too much. It's drinking too much, isn't it? People drink too much on Christmas Day. That's what they say.
How do you judge? How do you know when you've drunk too much?
Do you know, when it says on a can of beer, remember to drink responsibly, that's just like a blur. Yeah. It's like Sanskrit.
Have you ever done that thing on Christmas morning? I do treat myself. I'm quite partial to a crunchy nut cornflake at the best of times.
Oh, yeah.
And I enjoy that with Baileys on a Christmas morning.
Oh!
Oh, what a treat. Oh, it was... I tell you what, though, there's people in their houses going, I've got both of those things. You drink a little bit too much at Christmas, or...?
Absolutely. Not just at Christmas.
Oh. What do you like to start on? The Buckfast first thing?
Yeah. Buckfast and Iron Brew. I like a cocktail.
I don't ever drink champagne on Christmas morning because, you know, when the cork goes, people hear that and they want some as well. I get a kick out of secret drinking, even when I'm allowed to drink. Even though I'm grown up, I'm 49, I'm allowed to drink in my own house, but I like to drink secretly. So I'll open a little can of lager, have that going from about 8:30, glug, glug, glug. Keep it, have them around the house, and I'll just nip upstairs for a minute, I'll be upstairs. A little can of lager. And then about 12 o'clock, when everyone's arrived, and my wife will say, should we all have a drink? And I go, yeah, that's a good idea, why don't you do that? I've got to march on them that way.
Person you'd least like to spend Christmas with?
Ooh, Sarah Palin.
Palin is a good
No, Sarah, definitely, because she would probably kill something and throw it on the Christmas table, all bleeding, and you'd all just start to
you have to eat a polar bear or something.
Yeah,
a
big moose, a great big giant moose.
Yeah, a big moose. It's nice when you say it. A big moose in the hoose. Santa, innit? He'd be well knackered after that Christmas Eve he's just had. You'll have to do the dinner, you'll have to do everything.
Oh, thank you. The giant in Jack and the Beanstalk.
Go on, why the giant?
It's horrible.
The thing I don't get about that story,
And
right?
what?
Is that right, Jack, he's sort of portrayed as an idiot for buying the magic beans.
Yes.
But they worked.
It's a crucial part of the story. He comes home and he gets into trouble. They say, oh, you're an idiot. And, oh, I didn't know. And he throws them out the window and they grow and they become magic.
You should just be happy you never ate them, because he'd be wouldn't he?